Good morning, dear students. Here is your Maneesh sir. In our last three classes, we have already discussed the active and passive voice in detail. And today, we are going to learn another important part of English grammar, that is, direct and indirect speech. It is also known as reported speech, which is very important in day-to-day conversation. Listen the lessons very carefully with interest so that I am sure you can have a very good hold on spoken language. Let us come to the lesson. The act of reporting the words of a speaker is called narration in English. The act of reporting the words of a speaker is called narration in English. It tells whether a sentence is reported in direct or indirect speech. There are two methods to report the words of a speaker. First one is direct speech and second one is indirect speech or reported speech. In direct speech, the actual words of the speaker is quoted as it is. But in indirect speech, the actual words spoken by the speaker is changed and made simple. It is not enclosed with an inverted comma. See the example. Ajay said to me, I am learning. Ajay said to me, comma, quotation, I am learning. This is an example for direct speech. Here, said to is called reporting verb. I am learning is called reported speech. Remember, said to is called reporting verb. I am learning. The second part is called reported speech. Now let's see how to change to indirect speech. Ajay told me that he was learning. This is called indirect speech. Just observe the changes that happened here. The inverted comma is removed and the tense is changed. I am learning has changed to that he was learning. Dear children, there are a lot of things to learn before we convert a direct speech to indirect speech. So before going to learn how to convert direct to indirect, we should have clear-cut idea about the following things. First of all, we should know what is subject and object. Second thing is, we should also know the persons of English. What is called first person, second person, third person. Pronouns. The third idea is about tense. Every one of us should know the structure of all the 12 tenses. Already in active voice and passive voice we have discussed important tenses. So that structure we have to remember in our mind. It is impossible to change direct to indirect unless you learn the tense. Dear students, I hope you already know what is subject and object. Even though just let me refresh your memory. As you know, a person or thing doing an action in a sentence is called subject and the person or thing receiving the action is considered as object. For example, Arjun sings songs. So here the doer of the action, that is Arjun, is subject and the receiver of the action, that is songs, is object. Raju met his friend. So here Raju is subject, his friend is object. Now let's see what is first, second and third person in English. Remember, personal pronouns of English can be divided based on point of view. Basically, there are 3 point of views in English. First one is first person, second is second person, and third is third person. Let me explain with an example. I am talking to you about him. For example, I am talking to you about him. In this case, here the person who is speaking, that is I, is first person. The persons who listen me, that is you, is second person. And the person about whom I am talking, that is he or him, is considered third person, or we mention him he. See the chart given here. Easily you can understand which are the pronouns considered first person, second person and third person. In first person we consider I, we, me, us, my, mine, our, ours. Second person we consider you, your, yours. Third person, that means the people who are not with us when we speak about. It is he, his, him, she, her, hers, they, them, it, its are the important persons of English. The third important thing that we should know is about tense. As you know, tenses are divided into three as present, past and future. Further, they are divided into simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. See this chart and have clear-cut idea about the structure and verb forms used in every tense. During active voice and passive voice, we have discussed almost all tenses very clearly. I repeat, a direct speech can be changed to indirect speech if you are able to identify the subject and object, personal pronouns and its persons, and the exact tense of the sentence. Now let's understand the important steps to change direct to indirect speech. There are 6 steps that we have to learn before we change direct to indirect. The first thing is identify the subject, object, reporting verb, person of the pronouns and tense of the reported speech. These things already we have understood. The subject and object identification already we have learned. Identifying the reporting verb, that is he says to him or he said to him. So that is said or says, it is a reporting verb. That also I have already told you. Then the person of the pronouns, first person, second person or third person. That also we have understood. And then the tense of the reported speech. So whether it is simple present, present continuous, present perfect or present perfect continuous, or simple past, past continuous, past perfect or past perfect continuous, or simple future, future continuous, future perfect or future perfect continuous. Out of this 12 tense, which tense the sentence belong, that we have to identify. That is the first step. The second step is change of reporting verb. See the major changes of reporting verb. Said to changes to told. Said remains as said. Say to changes to tell. Says to changes to tells. And the third step is replacing the inverted comma and join the sentences with that if it is a statement. You know, in direct speech, it is given, the sentence is given in inverted comma, that we have to remove when we change to indirect speech, and we have to use that if it is a statement, if or whether if it is a question. The fourth important change that we have to understand is the change of pronouns. Remember, the pronouns that appears in the reported speech should be changed depends upon the number and person of the subject as well as object of the reporting clause. Let us understand this with an example. Arun said, I am playing. Arun said, comma, quotation, I am playing. So here I is the pronoun we have to change. Remember, who is the subject here? It is Arun. So when we change, it will come, Arun said that he was playing. So I changed to he. Why we changed to he? Because subject is Arun. Another sentence, Jaya said, I am playing. Here we just made a change of the name of the subject, male to female. Jaya said, I am playing. So it will be changed to Jaya said that she was playing. So here I changed to she because the subject is Jaya. Now let's understand how the second person of the pronoun changes. Second person means you and yours. See the example. Arun said to Ajay, comma, quotation, you are my best friend. Arun said to Ajay, comma, quotation, you are my best friend. So here you is the pronoun that we have to change to indirect speech. See, as I told you earlier, here change of the second person depends upon the object of the reporting clause. So in the reporting clause you observe Arun said to Ajay. Arun is a subject, Ajay is the object. So here the second person depends upon the object of the reporting verb, that is Ajay. So we have to change Arun said to Ajay that he was his best friend. So you changed to he. Why? Because here you means the object Ajay. Ajay means he. Arun said to Ajay that he was his best friend. See another example. Arun said to Jaya, you are my best friend. Arun said to Jaya, you are my best friend. So here pronoun is you. So the change of second person, that is you, depends upon the object Jaya. So Jaya is the female. So Arun said to Jaya, that will change. Arun said to Jaya that she was his best friend. So you are my best friend. You changes here to she because Jaya is the object in this sentence. Now let's see the change of third person, that is he, she or they. Arun said to me, comma, quotation, they are his relatives. Here they and his are the pronouns, and I have told earlier that the third person, that is they, she or he, will not have any change when we change to indirect speech. So it will be Arun said to me that they were his relatives. They and his remain as they are. Next, the fifth important step is the change of tense. Remember, it happens if the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported speech is not a universal truth or habit. Remember, the change of tense happens if the reporting verb is in past tense, that is he said to me or she said to me, if it is said, and the reported speech is not a universal truth. Let's see the chart. Simple present tense changes to simple past in indirect speech. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous. Simple past changes to past perfect. Past continuous changes to past perfect continuous. Past perfect and past perfect continuous, no change. In future tense, will or shall will be changed to would or should. Models like may changes to might, can changes to could. Other models such as would, should, could, might, ought to will not have any change. The sixth and last change that we have to understand is the change of time specific words. Time specific words means the words showing nearness will change to the words showing distance. Example, here changes to the, tomorrow changes to the next day, today changes to that day, yesterday changes to the previous day, this changes to that, these changes to those, now changes to then, tonight changes to that night, next day changes to the following day. So these are the 6 steps that one should learn very perfectly before going to change direct to indirect speech. Once again remember, at first we have to identify the subject, object, pronoun and tense of the sentence. Secondly, we have to make the change of reporting verb. Thirdly, we have to replace inverted comma with that if it is a statement, E for whether if it is a question. Fourth one is change of pronouns as per the rules. Fifth one is change of tense as per the rules. And the last one is change of time related words. Let's solve an example here. Let's start with a simple present tense. Rahul said to me, comma quotation, I learn music with you. Rahul said to me, comma quotation, I learn music with you. So it is in direct speech. Let us follow all the 6 steps. First one is identify the subject, object, pronoun and tense. Subject is Rahul, object is me, pronoun, first one is I, it is first person, you, it is second person. The tense of the reported sentence is I learn music, it is simple present tense. Second one is change of reporting verb. So your reporting verb is said to. Said to changes to told. Next is replace inverted comma with that if it is a statement. So invert comma we have to remove, it's a statement. So it will be Rahul told me that. Fourth one is change of pronouns. So there are 2 pronouns, one is I, one is you. So as I told you earlier, I is a first person, it changes according to subject, that is Rahul. So it will be Rahul told me that he. I will change to he. And next is you. You is a second person, it depends the object. Object is me. So it changes to me itself. And next is fifth one is tense change. As I told you, simple present is the tense, it changes to simple past. So I learned music changes to he learned music. So the total sentence is Rahul said to me, I learn music with you changes to Rahul told me that he learned music with me. Dear students, today we have very clearly understood the rules and regulations of changing direct speech to indirect speech. There are a lot more to learn about the reported speech. We will learn such things in the forthcoming classes. Few exercise questions will be given today based on today's class. Try to solve it. But before that, at least try to watch the video 3 times. And if you have any doubts related to this, please contact me. Thank you.